Okay, when you're ready, introduce the run, introduce yourself, give me a countdown for when you want the timer to start, and we will get started.
All right. Am I on live right now? Oh, yes, I
Yeah,
am.
you are live. You are
Hey,
live.
what's up, everybody? My name is DBcade. I am a retro speedrunner from Japan, originally born in the States. I am playing one of the hardest games as far as arcade fighters goes, and I don't say that lightly. This is... I don't know why I did this. I did this because I love InstaYabathon, and I love these events because it gives me the chance to show off some and challenge myself. However, I'm coming from a long, had a typhoon in Tokyo. I made it out. I'm back home. And you're going to see me try and do a lot of very technical things. This game has a lot of instant kills and a lot of 2-frame, 3-frame links. But we're gonna get it done. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna live, and that's the important thing here. That's what matters. So, I want you all to enjoy this run. Whether I fail, am I frozen on the screen? I should be fine. But let's just double check here. We're gonna
Everything's fine on my end. Nothing's frozen
Okay.
on my end.
Okay, cool. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to show the game level, which is normal. And time is going to start when I select the character. I will do a little countdown. We are using Rao today, the big guy himself, the maniac, the monster, and the legend. He's also one of the harder characters to use because he pretty much has knife edge deathmatch in his back pocket at all times. And I'll explain that in a little bit because you will get to see it. So, let's go to the arcade mode. And we're going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. Row. Welcome to Hokuto no Ken. Shinpan no Sososei Kengo Retsuden. This is an unbelievably difficult game, like I said. But it's difficult because it's kind of like Guilty Gear or other games. In fact, it's an Arc System Works game, but it's even more fast-paced. So we're going to do our best to try and set up for knife edge here. And when you land special moves in this game, as well as commands, what you actually are doing is you're taking away one of the stars of the enemy. Think of it like if it's a North Star, so when you deal 70 of these blocks of damage, you open them up to an infinite. Now, this first stage against Shin, we're not going to get to do that. Shin just can't really do much here, so we're just going to completely blow him away. Really good start, by the way. So, why is the knife so strong? So what the knife is doing is it's locking the enemy into place and basically trapping them. So if they don't have the frames to beat our normals, they're going to get hit. Now, you can still guard when you're knife, but you can't run or jump. You're pretty much locked in this state. So I didn't even get a chance to talk about what Shin can actually do there. But we have to be a little bit careful because Jagi has a lot of projectiles and a lot of nasty tricks. Like putting oil and then setting flames to that oil, which will put us on fire. And so if we take too many hits, it's not necessarily the damage that's scary. It's the instant kill being opened up because the enemy will use their instant kill on you. In fact, they're usually going for that. By the way, this is normal. This is not, like by any means easy. We'll go ahead and end it here with the nice finisher. 27. It's alright. So this game uses a light punch, a hard punch, a light kick, and a heavy kick, as well as a boost button. So you see my boost gauge is full. So I can actually boost usually twice in one gauge, and then when you do damage, it will increase the amount that you can boost. So for example, it allows you to do like a lot of crazy things, but for example, I can boost into like Light Punch itself like that and come up with like crazy custom combos if I wanted. Now that's not the most, execution. That's not really like what you want to execute during even like a normal match or speed run, but what it allows you to do is like if you hit an enemy in like a weird way, you can kind of like create these insane combos in this game. And some of these combos are actually, this game has something called basketball combos as well, where you hit the enemy so many times that you basically put them in this state where they're getting literally juggled on the ground. It's really fun to watch. So make a note, if you like silly combos, this game has some of the best. They're really, really, really hard to execute though and take an insane amount of practice. So outside of Mamiya, I can't really do too many. And we're fighting Ray right now. Ray's actually one of the, in my opinion, one of the better characters in this game. He can kind of make some of his stuff safe and put a lot of projectiles out onto the screen that we pretty much just have to respect. And we'll take a little L for that. I was trying to be a little bit tricky there. So what Ray just did there is he actually puts himself right above us, so we weren't able to anti-air him, and he has a lot of priority on the air. By the way, that was like pretty much a great knife setup there. Now there's some really, really nasty knife setups, and he also has been doing this. There's this move in this game which kind of basically, if the enemy is like staying still, it puts them in a state where you can swipe at them and it takes the star away and it puts them into a dizzy state. You also have a blowback move, you have throw, and you have a launcher built in. So this game actually used like a lot of button combinations in additional to the 5 that I just explained. So there's just a lot of things to remember, and this is the instant kill. I'm gonna get to show it off. So that's how you pretty much, you cannot just do instant kills raw in this game. You can actually be knocked out of them, or they're kind of easy to block, but in a combo it's pretty much free. So that's an example of like how to combo into it with Rao. Pretty much the easiest way, and you get to show them why you're the greatest. So
the time of retribution.
It's not always optimal to go for the instant kill. It's just that between the rounds, if we're hitting the enemy enough, we're gonna be doing enough stars to put them into instant kill mode. And so now Judah is basically in the situation where the star, they can be instant killed in one hit next time. So if I can land a combo that will blow them back or something like that, then I can get the instant kill. So for example, we'll do that, and I did the instant kill. I thought they were going to be stunned. I did a little bit bad. If you miss, you just go back down to 1. It's not a big deal. And I don't want to. Judah has extremely disgusting traps and some pretty long range with their normals, so you have to be extremely careful and pay attention to where these assists are landing, because they're in the ground somewhere. Like, I don't know. See that little guy? There's like a little bomb stack right there. If I run over that, I get hit. I don't want to do that. And yeah, it's basically a character that just puts a lot of stuff on the screen, and you just kind of have to respect it. I might die here. Yeah. And the waterfall is the grossest, because when waterfall comes out, when the dam breaks, water runs on the ground, and you can get. That's pretty much Judah's game plan. Is like to put the character in a situation where you have to just kind of respect the waterfall, the dam breaking. All this stuff sounds crazy when I say it out loud, but it is. See? Okay, so I tried to instant kill, and what happened there is the enemy recovered from being stunned in about 2 seconds, and then did their instant kill. And Judah's instant kill is very good, because a little projectile comes out that if it hits you, it actually makes it so you cannot guard. the you cannot guard the move at all. So one of the better characters, especially when you put the dam and the assist there, because there's pretty much no way to block it. It has true unblockable setups. This game is just, it's crazy madness, the amount of stuff that each character can do. And the fact that you have to play, like, it, you know, a lot of times in fighting game speedruns, and I've run quite a few here at InstaYabathon, and I'll run them later, but this one is one of those games where it's like, no, you have to actually, like, have a certain amount of, like, skill level in this game, because you can't, there's no, like, really cheap normal that's gonna win you through. Like, the loops that you do with this character are actually, like, legit loops that you would do in the game. Like, this is the strat that you pretty much would do, or at least the setting for it, to try and like get a victory. So being good at this game can, like, 100% translate into being good at the speedrun, which is, I think, kind of a rare thing, especially, like, for fighting games. Alright, see there, I just used the boost. That was like me being like, alright, I'm just going to play it safe and just do boost. Because I had hit Judah enough. I'd like to get some more knife loops out, but I'm just being extra careful because I don't want to take another L here. Let's see if we can do it. Very nice. Okay, that was pretty good. You can mix it up, obviously, because you have, like, a slight frame. And by the way, when that knife lands, you can do crouching punch right away into itself. The difficult part is then getting the knife set up in a combo again, where you can not relaunch them, but while they're on the ground, do knife. But usually, what you want to do is you'll do, like, oh, that's not good. Salazar, by the way, is the character that I use normally for versus as well, because he has basically an air projectile and ridiculous speed moves that come out. And he just moves quick. He just has a lot of, like, really easy reaction stuff that you can do, and you can do these, you know, like basically like Southern Cross, like, attacks in the air into themselves, and there's no, like, there's nothing you can do. There's no response. So you just, once you get hit, you just kind of have to wait. That's kind of this game, though. It's like, if you're really good at it and you practice, you hit the enemy and then you just you laugh and you press, because you know your combo. It's just, don't drop the combo of the game. Which I love, but that sounds easy, but it's really not. That's another thing. So you can do these blowback attacks, right, with boost, and then bounce them from left to right in this game. I think it's like one of the few games where, like, if you're thinking of a combo in your head, you're like watching this, you know, either live or on the YouTube or wherever the archive's uploaded. And you're like, well, why didn't he do this combo? No, you probably can do that combo. I just haven't. Someone else hasn't thought of it. Pretty much every month in this game, the game community, a lot of Japanese and French players, literally upload just, like, combos they've created or found in the game, and that's me getting instant killed, fatal KO. It's extremely entertaining. We're doing our best right now. This is normal, by the way. So shout outs to everyone, by the way, who runs Hokuto. It was awesome to watch, and I want to give it extreme shout out to Cyberpod-san, because we both kind of knew the route for, like, that route was just, like, OP in this game if you know what you're doing. My time is 9 minutes and 54 seconds in this game. Their time is 6 minutes and 31 seconds. They're a really, really good Hokuto no Ken player. I'm not. I'm like, I wouldn't even say, I would say I'm like beginner level, but I understand the mechanics of the game, which is pretty much all you need to speed run it. There's probably like, if I remember, there's a couple of Kenshiro runners and a Shin runner. But if you can pretty much run anyone in this game, like it's 100%, you know, coming up with traps and pretty evil ways to like keep the character at a distance. Let's do this. I can't actually throw, and you can boost after throw, but because they hit the ground, they're in a different state of the game. Like there's a bounce state and a throw state and a hit the wall state. The game actually does count those. I'm getting hit by a lot of jumping hard kicks right now. Speed up. So Thouser has entered speed up mode. It is exactly what it says. It is not. It is. Thouser has. He's basically faster than the Flash right now. There's nothing that they can't do. I put the knife in a weird spot right there, so it really didn't help me. I did no favors to myself. Nice. I'm just glad we got an instant kill off in the speedrun. Didn't like the combo, because that does take a little bit of practice. So at least I get to look cool. Toki is basically the top tier of this game. If you really, really want to play this game competitively, everyone will tell you just learn Toki or have a pocket Toki, because this guy can do anything. Possibly turn water into wine. That's how strong he is. He's just unbelievably insane damage. Relatively easy left right. Like he has basically instant transmission. He can teleport from left to right whenever he wants without boost. He can move, and just like you see there, anywhere he wants on the screen. Can put a projectile out to cause pressure. He has it all. But does he have a knife that traps people in place? No, he does not. So, and for the speedrun, unfortunately, in my opinion, this character would have to be played a little bit different, because I was trying to do an anti-air that we might get it on this one. Nope. Because the teleport combos actually take quite a long time. Compared to other characters, you just have more time to actually do the execution and things like that.
The time of retribution.
Time of retribution.
Decide the destiny.
I didn't explain what Hokuto no Ken is at all, but I feel like that if you are asking what Hokuto no Ken is, this is the one time where it's to say it. Like, there's a few animes out there like Berserk, Hokuto no Ken, Dragon Ball, where it's like maybe like One Piece now. It's like you just at least need to watch an episode or two. I don't need to explain. You know, it's like Batman. Do I need to explain the origin of Batman when I'm playing a Batman game? No. Hokuto no Ken is just like a famous part of, you know, manga and just science fiction in general. It's unbelievably good. I don't know why we didn't punish that. Oh, we're not punishing that. Okay. No punishes there. So I had a chance to basically take care of the enemy and smack them after a Shoryuken, but I did not. Yeah, when they do that blowback, by the way, just out of the blue like that, I can actually punish it. by shaking the stick. I'm just going to do this again because this AI pattern is weird. You just want to attack. This is another game also where the patterns they're not really non-existent in this game. There's a few kind of things that the AI will fall into, like they might fall into a certain rhythm or throwing out special moves, but overall the programming is really, really good. So beating this on normal or any difficulty really is a pretty big beat on its own. In fact, the leaderboard for this game, there is no, if you want to beat easy mode, it's fun, but I guess they just put a really hard challenge where it's like, yeah, you have to beat this game on normal or harder, which I think is good. I think it, especially for this game. But that might not hit. Yeah, I took a risk there. I didn't really want to lose a round because now what's going to happen is we might have to fight the super. This is boss Rao, by the way. It looks like we're fighting the same character, but this version of Rao is much better and much stronger than anything we could pull off. I don't use that fist move that often because I'm usually going for loops. So I'm gonna get knifed right here. The funny thing is, I can actually switch things around. He comboed into his anti-air. He also has a move where he can power up his shots. Yeah, I'd rather take the L there because we were gonna get boss Rao. Even if I won that round, we were just gonna fight boss Rao at the end. You don't want to see that. Might slightly go over estimate here, but honestly, this is still good. Like this game, I would say try it out just for once, for laughs, just to say you play it if you haven't. Even if you don't want to speedrun it, it really is. If you ever check out and can able to load my profile, I apologize by the way, on speedrun.com. I really do think this is one of the okay, boss Rao. I do think that this is one of the hardest fighting games, and it's pretty much accepted as that. And maybe this is showing why, because the enemy does not care. If I'm making a mistake or input, they are punishing me. So I'm gonna have to step on my game right here if we want to get this clean. So let's try and go for a nice. Or try and go for a nice little punish. I think we can get it. In the corner, we can do a little bit of extra combos here. I guess that interrupts. Now, so here's the scary part, right? So, boss Rao will appear when I am able to instant kill. And so I need to make sure that I can get the instant kill state out really, really quick, or we're going to have a really bad time, which is not happening right now. So, unfortunately, this is boss Rao. So, Rao is going to. This is the super boss version. Basically, he's going ham, and he's going to fill up all his health and restore all his stars. Meaning that we cannot insta kill anymore because I messed up the insta kill there. Not the end of the world, but the problem is we still have. Oh, I did not mean to low kick there. You're also going to see that the amount of damage that this version does. And just the insanity. I might get instant killed here. No, I'm gonna get anti-air. Actually, I might actually be able to make it through this if this hits. Nope, we're getting punished with an instant kill. 2 minutes over. Okay, we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, fine. We're still waiting for the other runners to finish another run on another marathon at the moment, so
Nice.
no pressure.
There's always pressure when Rao's in front of my face. So there was a runner for this game that came, and we've had several runners that have come in and just said, "Hey, I'm done with this game. I'm not speedrunning it because of this fight." It's really testing everything you know and your execution, because you just cannot make a mistake. The enemy will see you just like that, do their full combo. This game doesn't care about your feelings or whether you're in a marathon or whatever you're doing. It's just here to kick your butt, and the enemy will constantly remind you of that. But you know what? That's Hokuto no Ken. That's why I like it. Can we come back? Oh my gosh, we came back from that. That's awesome. Okay, we might actually be able to clean this up in the most awesome way. That's not awesome. That was not awesome. Shoot. Okay, Boss Rao's coming out. Fortunately, I was not able to boost into the corner. By the way, if I try and touch Rao here, I get knocked back like this. So we don't want to do that. And there's one last burst that comes out. So genuinely don't want to test it. And also doing this technically, this beams in this game are not really safe. Especially because Boss Rao has that, which is this basically giant planet-sized version of it that comes out in essentially no time. I'm not gonna risk it. Oh shoot! All right, that's GG. All right, so we cleaned up. We actually fought the hardest version of Rao. I don't know how I let this happen. I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to be back later in this marathon with a much more...
Oh, is that time, sorry?
It's time, yeah. Time is on the last hit versus Rao. But I'll be back later with a game that I put a lot more time in routing recently. I just really wanted to run this to show it off, and I do apologize for going over an estimate. But
it's alright, we are still waiting for... So the next run is Viper UK and Broken Hyperlink.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, there were some scheduling clashes when we changed things around. And
oh, no.
Viper and Broken are currently up complete-a-thon. So they're finishing off their run over there.
Okay.
We're just waiting for them anyway, so
okay.
overestimate in this case isn't that big of a deal.
Oh, nice.
It's still only a couple of minutes overestimate anyway. It's like 25-40. We have a seconds that ends in 0 again. We've had loads of them today for some reason.
That's crazy.
We're returning to that streak for some reason.
I think I learned though that 20 minutes maybe is a little generous for this game, but I really do mean that. If you are interested in this game, by the way, the anime speedrun community, which is always awesome to see a part of this marathon, come join the Discord, ask questions, taunt me for not being able to 1 coin clear this today. It doesn't matter. I had a good time either way. And honestly, this was a mental and physical test, because I'm going to lurk the stream, but I'm going to take a nice rest. I'll be running Meru Haven, which is a Marhaven Arm Fight Dream. Really, really fun 3D fighter. Not nearly as hard as this game, but still has some really cool tricks. It's 3D fighter. It's so much fun. It's kind of like a hidden gem that I found recently and trying to get more runners for. I know Viper UK San's going to be coming up with Geno Panic, and I know South Park is up later. I saw that, and I think that's after. So there's a bunch of good runs, and this is 2 days.
I called that Pain Simulator earlier as well, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, this honestly, this marathon has so many good runs on it. I haven't seen, like, there's nothing on this list I wouldn't want to watch. So it's 2 days. Make sure you guys are following the channel. Make sure you're giving support. I appreciate being able to run something so crazy at the marathon. This is the first marathon that I've run Hokuto in, and I'm glad. You guys are always letting me run these insane fighters, and this was definitely at the top of if there's a gauge for insanity, this is at the top. So I do appreciate it.
That's always been our mission for InstaYabathon, showcasing games that don't normally get showcased at a marathon, because we like to see different things, and we like to accept different runs to the marathons every now and again. Right then, so everybody, don't forget we are of course doing this as a charity event for the Yellow and Blue Hub, a community hub based here up in Wrexham, up in North Wales. It is an amazing, they're amazing people. They help so many people in the community. You don't even have to live in Wrexham to make use of their services. You just have to be visiting Wrexham one day, and you can just pop in for a chat, a cup of tea, or anything like that. They are amazing people. Our current running total donated, which we will be donating to them after the event is over, is £155.90, which is absolutely incredible. Let's keep those donations coming in as well. We have some incentives for tomorrow. So we have Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, choose a Pokemon. Pikachu is going to be winning at £100. Red Dead Redemption, choose a horse, is currently winning at £10. And you got the Mario and Sonic at the Sochi Olympic Winter Games for the figure skating spectacular. Neither Mario nor Sonic has been donated to yet, so if you'd like to see one of them, then be sure to donate to that. And if you'd like to boost the incentive for the Sneak King 50% new game Enter the Void, then be sure to add that to your donations as well. It has been met. It's currently at £111 out of 50. But if you do want to boost that, then by all means do so. It is entirely up to you. It doesn't cost any extra to add an incentive to your donation, and the money does go to a fantastic cause as well, subject to the terms and conditions, obviously, of the donation page. And if you use Twitch revenue or anything like that, or subscriptions, bits and ads and all that stuff, that also counts towards the fundraiser as well. But half of our Twitch revenue will go to the Yellow and Blue Hub as well. So, thank you DBcade for that run. Have you got any last things you'd like to say before we finish?
No, if you're interested in learning more about fighting games or retro games, feel free to follow me on Twitch, and I'll be more active on YouTube recently. Shout outs to everyone who came and watched, and I do apologize for not being more elite with the RAL combos, but we did our best. We actually got to show off pretty much the instant kill and the other stuff, so it was a good time and a lot of fun. So thank you for having me, and I'll see you later in the marathon.
No worries, thank you for taking part. Our next run, which we'll be going over to in a moment, is Geno Panic any percent. That'll be a race by Viper UK and Broken Hyperlink. We might be on the intermission screen for a while because they are still currently doing, I think, a similar run at Complete-a-thon, and we're just waiting for them to finish that, essentially, before we get over to it. So we might be on the intermission screen for a while, but as soon as we are ready to move over to Geno Panic, we will do. So thank you, DBcade, and we'll see you again, well, tomorrow, actually.
See you tomorrow. Make sure you get those incentives in. Still time to donate, everyone. See you.